Good, Brewtiful morning, Main Street, Rutherford. Thank you for joining us every Friday morning, 8:30, as we try to bring to you what's happening in our town and a little bit more about what has happened. So we'll bring you up to date on everything. Thanks again to Doug Magnolia in the control room for getting us on. We've got it is a beautiful day in Rutherford. So thank you again for joining us. Guys, I'll turn it over to you and let's roll.
Magnolia, what's up with the shirt?
We got new shirts.
All right, Ruffton, no matter how you say it.
And like the cool retro theme, too.
Yeah, that retro is hot. I mean, that's kind of popular right now, too. The whole retro puff text.
It's got like a really cool color scheme to it, too. Like the blue, the yellow, the red, the green.
I like it.
I'm a fan.
So for those watching, everybody in the office, we got those in yesterday. We've been working on them for probably about a month or two to try to get something new, a new brand, just a new shirt for fall. So everybody in the office is wearing them today, except for me. And so I was getting a little flack by not wearing the new shirt, but couldn't all be twinsies.
But I mean, like it's kind of like our responsibility to like put it out there.
Oh, absolutely. We have to be walking billboards. And technically what I was planning on doing is tonight's a fab night, and we're going to get into the program, but tonight's fab. Mayor Dancy and I will be in the fab tent from 6 to 6:30. I'm probably going to have to change clothes like 3 times today with different stuff going on. So my goal was to preserve the Rolfton shirt till being in the fab tent from 6 to 6:30. So there's the secret.
I guess that's a little bit more acceptable, but I'm still sad that not everyone in Town Hall is matching today.
In due time, Magnolia, in due time.
Yeah.
All right. So like I said, today is a Fab Friday. That'll be hitting Central Street, Court Street, all around the backside of Main Street Park, starting they've been kind of starting around 5 o'clock. They advertise 6, but they're really set up and ready to go around 5. So if you're just itching to come right out of work, or maybe you got off work early, come on downtown. They'll be ready to go. Food trucks galore. I think they've got like 8 food trucks now. So plenty of stuff to munch on. But then also don't forget all of our local restaurants with their great specials and takeout options. We'll have additional picnic tables near the Main Street Park for you to enjoy your food and fare. And it's going to be a fun time for Fab. They got, I believe, 3 bands tonight. One band will be down by by Small Town Coffee Roasters. And then there'll be a double set in Main Street Park. So there'll be a band that'll play for the first, I think it's about an hour or so. And then there'll be a second band that'll kick off in Main Street Park after that first set. So definitely want to be out on Main Street tonight.
Great weather. So good job on the weather. So everybody come out.
And Magnolia, tonight is also a special night for those that are out and about in downtown.
Say that. I'm sorry, you broke up.
Oh, no, I didn't want. No, we shouldn't. We're not breaking up. We're keeping the band together. Tonight is a special night in downtown Rutherford as well, on top of it being a Fab Friday.
I know. I'm so excited. I still have like 1.5 million things to do to get it ready and get it going. But tonight is the night I dropped the cup of the social district launch. So I am so incredibly excited. There's been a lot of hiccups that we've run into just as far as getting our businesses set up to get their stickers and everything like that. But we're here. It's going. I got to deliver signs to all of our retail businesses today. But just a reminder, all of the ABC permitted businesses will be able to sell alcohol within the social district. I believe that everybody signed up for a license agreement with the town. And then you're welcome to go in there, purchase a beverage, walk around Fab, and then visit our downtown retail spaces too. So they'll have signs in their storefront or their windows or on their doors saying whether or not they allow alcohol inside their building. And later today, I'll make a post on the Rutherfordton Facebook page that kind of goes through who all allows alcohol within their business, just so you can have like the inside scoop and be prepared, kind of plan like where you want to walk into and everything tonight. But just
Hey, Magnolia, when you make that post, the slide that you presented at the town council meeting on Wednesday, can you put that in the post so folks can see? There's
what signs to look for.
There's a map of the district, and keep in mind we've had some questions about the map because like the two businesses mostly that we've had questions about are Yellow Sun and Copper Penny. Well, our map just shows the streets that the social district is kind of bounded by. Yes, Copper Penny and Yellow Sun are on streets that abut those boundaries, so those businesses are a part of the social district. We can't just draw in, their business parcel, but as long as that business is along the boundary of the parcel, they are in. So yes, Copper Penny is in the social district. Yes, Yellow Sun Brewing or Yellow Sun Pints and Pizza is in the social district. So please go by and see them. Magnolia has done a fantastic job with the signs. They are blunt enough that you are not going to miss them. These are not just little window stickers. These are like 12-inch by 12-inch signs that are very easy to see, very easy to spot, have a ton of great information on them. So we'll put those in that post so you can get a better idea of what you're looking for.
I'm so excited. I can't believe that it's already here. I know that there may be one or two businesses that are still waiting on their stickers, so they may not be able to sell like their social district cups tonight. But definitely just know that this is a work in progress and that we're working on having like the social district be like completely operating very soon. I had one other thing to talk about with it. What was it?
While you're thinking, let me go ahead and publicly thank Magnolia for all the work that she has done on this project. I thank the council for working along with you and everyone that's been involved. This has been a process that we have put some time into it, and Magnolia and others have put a lot of work into it. So it wasn't just something we drew up on a board and threw out there. So a lot of work has gone into it. I would request everyone to adhere to all the restrictions that accompany it. If we want to do it, we need to do it right. And I think, again, thank Magnolia for the work she did to get us where we are tonight.
The biggest thing I can think of from the traveling public that are out with the social district. So this is the big determinant factor, and this is not a town rule. This is a statewide rule. So please don't blame us. I know the state is really trying to find ways to allow social districts and allow communities to work together. But as I kind of put my hat on of like being a participant in the social district, the one rule that's a little wonky is if I buy a beverage at Main Street Market and it's got Main Street Market's logo on it, and I walk out and I'm enjoying the social district, I can go into any of the retail locations. I can go into Impulse Art Studio. I can go into Sunny Days. I can go into Main Street Ice Cream. As long as they have a sticker that says, alcohol is welcome, you can go into any of those retail businesses. But if I'm still sipping on that cup and I want to go walk into Amendment 21, I cannot take that beverage from Main Street Market into another permittee holder. So I have to finish. It's called the pint of no return. I need to finish that pint before I go into another business that's serving alcohol. And that's kind of I know a lot of you are gonna be like, why do I have to do that? I just bought this. That's a state rule to protect those permittee holders so that Amendment 21 does not get in any type of liability for serving or hosting somebody that maybe came from Main Street Market. And so just ask you to kind of educate your friends about that. I mean, we're trying, like the mayor said, we're trying to do something new. We're trying to relax some rules with that downtown. But that is the one thing that, as I kind of put on my hat, walking around downtown after hours, that's one thing you need to be considerate of. So if you buy from one location, you can go to any retail location that does not have a permit, walk in, enjoy it, have fun. But if you go to another bar or another place that's selling alcohol, you need to finish that and make sure that you buy something new from them.
And I think the other weird, wonky rule too is that yes, you can enjoy your beverage and go into New Creation and Main Street Electric Tattoo, but that is really just to like book appointments. Like I'm not sure if it's a tattoo etiquette rule or if it's some sort of like state statute, but you're really not supposed to get a tattoo while you've been drinking. So they're gonna ask and they're gonna make sure that you're not, sipping on your beverage from Main Street Market before you go in to have your tattoo. So that's just like the other weird wonky rule, but yeah.
So it's gonna be a fun night. It's Fab night, so it's a great night to come out, enjoy the social district, enjoy Fab. Like Magnolia said, I know that a lot of the businesses are still kind of getting geared up. I was eating lunch yesterday downtown, and two of the permittee holders, so those that are selling the alcohol, came up to me and just said thank you. You know, that they're excited about it. They're still trying to work kinks out with their staff. They're working through the FAQs. If you're curious, if you're out and about and you're curious, I know it's going to be a busy night with Fab, but all of the permittee holders, the places where you can buy the alcohol, have an FAQ sheet. You can ask to see that behind the bar. They should be able to give you a copy of it to look at while you're there. If you scan the QR code that are on our signs, you should be able to get to the FAQs. So if you're out and about and you're just curious, at all of the exit points of the district, so the boundaries, there's a sign. It's got a QR code. You can scan that. It'll give you all the information about it. So we'll try to make it as simple as possible. So good night to come out and try it.
I know.
The other thing and today we got a lot to get through. We had a 3-page council agenda that we're not going to go through all 3 pages of it, but there was so much good news that came out of there. We want to go through some of those items. The main one, while we're on the topic of social districts, is one of the things we heard during the social district meetings with our permittee holders, downtown residents, downtown business owners, was to maybe look at an option to align our noise ordinance with the operating hours of the social district at 10 p.m. And so council did take that on this week. And so basically what that means is about 10 p.m. At 10 p.m., the noise needs to, kind of come down as well. So what that means is that the party doesn't have to stop, but it needs to come inside. So we have a lot of businesses that maybe have outdoor live music, or businesses that have doors that open and they're kind of having, air flowing through the building, and that also allows for noise to travel downtown. So kind of got to close up shop and bring everything inside the walls at 10 o'clock. So that's kind of the new rule. The social district is 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday through Sunday, so every day of the week. And then the noise ordinance now is all 10 p.m. as well. I'm just digging that shirt, Magnolia. Like, you got to kind of like lean back a little bit. Like when you lean up, all I can see is the little top of the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about it. How much are they, Doug? Are they 15?
Oh, 52.99.
Oh, wow. I'm wearing a very expensive shirt.
Inflation. No, they're 15. All of our Rutherton shirts are 15. You can catch a deal on some of our shirts, but most everything is 15.
Do we still have the discount bucket?
I think it's perpetual. We're always got shirts as we're kind of moving through things. We've always kind of got some in the discount bucket. So but most all of our shirts are 15. I see Sonia chiming in. For those that don't know, Sonia's our finance director. She's keeping us straight on the prices there. All right. Social District, Fab. Next week is movie night, Wakanda Forever. A couple people that are excited about that.
I'm really excited for it.
Yeah? Anything special going on with that?
I don't think so.
No?
I've talked to John with Blue Ridge Hope to see if he wants to get his HopeWorks kids out. And I think like next weekend is just going to be like a big movie marathon for them, because I think they also have like a movie showing on Saturday. So.
Well, since you mentioned John's name, he presented a program last night at Rutherford Kiwanis Club. So John's very active with his group, and we thank him for his involvement with our youth.
All right. This weekend is going to be busy too. So our partners over in Forest City are hosting Movement Fest. That's going to be in the Pops Amphitheater in downtown Forest City. There's going to be a lot going around Pops tomorrow. So you got the farmers market, you've got Movement Fest, and then you've also got at 9:30 the kickoff for the amazing race along the Thermal Belt Rail Trail to celebrate Year of the Trail. And so that's going to be a fun day over in Forest City. All kinds of fun stuff around amazing race. You saw some of the stuff earlier in one of our previous episodes with Jenna and the team from the Thermal Belt Rail Trail. So that'll kick off at 9:30. So busy day along the rail trail, Pops at Movement Fest, and then also the farmers market tomorrow in Forest City. I'll be there doing the awards ceremony from 2 to 3. And so that's going to be a kind of fun day. And then also we found out, I guess it was, this week's thrown me off because it was a Monday holiday, but I guess we found out Tuesday or Wednesday this week, Magnolia, that, a lot of times we don't think about how blessed we are right here in Rutherfordton with our Thermal Belt Rail Trail running through the edge of our community, 13 and a half miles of paved trail, our Purple Martin Greenway that connects 2 of our magnificent parks along Cleghorn Creek. And so we are a very trail-rich community, and we found out earlier this week that the folks from the state, from Year of the Trail, are going to be here in Rutherfordton with a booth for more information on Year of the Trail at the Hilltop Fall Festival. So if you don't have your calendars marked for Saturday, October the 7th, you are going to be missing out on a ton of amazing vendors. I know you're working on the map, Magnolia. I was just listening to the names. They all sound new and they all sound amazing. So I know you've got a ton of vendors this year.
And me, Sonia, Jeannie, and Rebecca spent a good chunk of time yesterday working on the vendor placements and everything like that. And I have to say that we are completely out of space. Like, we've had to create space within the festival to make sure that everybody has a booth spot. But like, this is like the scratch notes and everything. We have like a bigger map that we've been trying to like scooch people around and make the space and everything like that. So it's been a very challenging process, to be completely honest, but it makes me so incredibly excited just to kind of bounce back from last year's scheduling conflict with like the hurricane that came through Western North Carolina last year. But you're right, Doug, like there are so many new people. There's a lot of people that are returning from previous hilltops of the past. But we have, I think, we had over 60 arts and craft vendors sign up for the festival, and I'm so excited. And I made that Facebook post a couple of days ago just talking about like the highlights of who all's going to be at the festival. And I can't believe I forgot one of like the biggest names out there. But Cousin's Maine Lobster is going to be at Hilltop Fall Festival this year. So I'm so excited. We've got a really good mix of other food trucks that are going to be there. You know, like Arapitas on the Go is going to be there. Chick-fil-A, the Beach Club from the Lake Lure Beach is actually going to come down to Rutherfordton for the day. We got Chills on Wheels, Nothing But Cakes from Asheville. Like it is absolutely incredible. So.
Yeah. It's almost like we need to do a graphic that just has the food trucks for our foodies that are out there. We'll get you a graphic that just has all the food trucks. But yeah, I mean, we got Cousin's Maine Lobster that's going to be there. Arepa's on the Go. I'm excited about both of them. You know, the fire department's going to be doing their corn again. I usually eat like 5 or 7 pieces of corn, you know, throughout the day, just because they've got so many toppings. They have so many different things. And I mean, how can you not enjoy a piece of fall corn? It's like, everybody gets excited about the turkey legs. I get excited about the roasted corn. Yeah. Gotta have your thing, you know? Gotta have your thing.
Yeah. But we also have like a bunch of other businesses like in Forest City that are actually going to come and bring like some of their merchandise over to Rutherfordton for the day. So it's going to be a wonderful opportunity. So if you haven't, definitely mark off Saturday, October 7th for Hilltop Fall Festival, because you're not going to want to miss it.
Be sure and tell everybody, because there was a while we weren't able to do it. Now that we're able to get back on Main Street and expand, as already been mentioned. So be sure and tell everybody. I've already had a lot of people to ask, so a lot of people is interested. So come out and be with it. It's going to be a most beautiful day on Main Street in Rutherford.
All right, let's jump into some other news and events. We've gone through FAB, we've gone through the Social District, we've gone through Fall Festival. We also have got a ton of stuff coming up. So definitely want to be, if you're not signed up for the Rutherford Sun, you need to be signed up for the Rutherford Sun. If nothing more, just to be filling up your monthly calendars. Just some dates to be thinking about. Friday, October the 6th, which is the Friday before Fall Festival, is the RS Central Homecoming Parade. That'll be right here in downtown Rutherford at 5 o'clock. And so you definitely want to be out for that and see all the kings and queens and clubs and all the cool stuff for homecoming and the homecoming court coming down Main Street. We'll have all the Hilltop Fall Festival banners up. We'll have the RS Central banners up. It's going to be a great time in downtown Rutherford. The Tuesday before that, which is Tuesday, October the 3rd, starting at 5 p.m., the Over Mountain Victory Trail reenactment marchers will be in Kiwanis Park for a program in partnership with the Over Mountain Victory Trail Association, Rutherford Outdoor Coalition, and the National Park Service. So that'll all be part of a big event. There'll be some bluegrass music, some period bluegrass music to the 1700s. And so that's going to be fun, kind of leading off. And then in costume dress from 1700 as a part of the American Revolution will be the Over Mountain Victory Trail reenactors in the circle there at Kiwanis Park. That starts at 5 o'clock. It'll go from about 5 to 7 with all the different activities. And so that will be Tuesday, October the 3rd. We'll post more about that as well. But that's going to be a fun day in Kiwanis Park. I have a little bit of bluegrass music. The National Park Service will be there with some ranger-led walks about the Over Mountain Victory Trail along the certified Over Mountain Victory Trail, which is that section of the Purple Martin from Kiwanis Park down to Court Street. All this will be in the Rutherford Sun, so everybody can read it and start marking their calendars down for a fantastic fall. If you're into pumpkin spice and everything nice, you're going to want to stay here in Rutherford because we got the events to make it happen. So that's going to be fun.
Really fast, Doug. Yes, Ginger, I will absolutely start posting the Rutherford Sun on the My Rutherford Facebook page. I get so energized after the Rutherford Sun just kind of goes out that I kind of forget, like, hey, we should post it on social media. So I will start making a habit to post it on our social media.
All right. Also, if you haven't got your tickets, next Friday, September the 15th, over at First United Methodist Church. Mayor, you know that church pretty well, right?
Correct.
First United Methodist Church. They are hosting a barbecue bash for Rutherford Housing Partnership. The tickets are $30 a piece for the event. That goes towards, obviously, your plate of barbecue. It's going to be fantastic food and fare, but all of the dollars raised go to support the amazing programs at Rutherford Housing Partnership. If you don't know about Rutherford Housing Partnership, if you don't know about the Women Roofers, push the rock off the top of your chest that you've been living under and learn more about them. The Women Roofers program is an amazing ministry in our community that has re-roofed over 100 roofs in our area. They were featured on Micros. I forget the name of his new program, but you definitely want to check them out. But this fundraiser, all of the dollars and cents go towards helping them perpetuate their mission. So check them out, RutherfordHousingPartnership.com, or you can check them out at First United Methodist for tickets. They're $30 a piece. But again, all of the proceeds go to support their mission of helping people stay in their homes, age in their homes, and live in quality homes under an amazing roof. So check them out. And you'll get to eat dinner with us. I think all three of us have bought tickets. All of us will be there. So if nothing else, if you don't like barbecue, you can come hang out with me and Magnolia and Mayor Dancy. How about that?
That's inviting.
Ginger will be there too.
Yes, you will.
And then later in the month, we'll give you all holidays will be in the sun, but we're giving you as our viewers an update. Fire station number 2 is nearing completion out at 1701 Baber Road. And we are going to be hosting an open house out there. That open house will be on Thursday, October the 26th at 4 p.m. We'll have a small ribbon cutting ceremony, and then we will kind of have a time for you to tour the facility, and we've got some cool giveaway items. So if you want to come out, you're going to get a kind of a commemorative item for being there that day, and you're going to want to see kind of that new facility that opens up on October the 26th at 4 p.m. All right, those are my news and announcements, and it's just now 9 o'clock, and we haven't even got through.
I was about to say, are we still going through the council agenda?
We definitely need to go through a couple of things.
Let me bring up, before you start on the council, let me bring up some things. Just want to remind everyone that the Fairview Park Picnic Shelter is now available for rental for birthday parties, family gatherings. That's a new park that the town just redid up in the Fairview community. So we encourage it. If you want to make reservations, just log on to Rutherford.net and click the rental reservation. So take an opportunity for that. We were talking about coming up Friday night, but also want to bring in one of our departments. Norris Library wants to congratulate all the children that participate in the summer reading program for reading over 79,000 minutes this summer. And I want to take this personal privilege this morning to congratulate Luke Moore for first place winner for the most minutes read, and many thanks to the Norris Library Foundation for sponsoring this year's prizes. So we're always very pleased with the work that the library is doing in Rutherford. They do an outstanding job, and the staff over there works extremely hard to work toward the youth of this community. So great job, Norris Library.
Yeah, I can't even fathom some of the hours that these youth in our community have done over the summer with summer reading, but that's amazing. And the whole team over there, Reagan, Sarah, Cindy, they've done an amazing job encouraging our youth. And it's been great to see the response from the summer reading program. So a couple of things, I'm going to go through briefly. I know in the sake of time, but I do want to also try to keep everybody as informed as possible. Jumping all the way through all of our A through H new business items. I'm going to get through them as fast as I can. The first thing that we did was the council accepted a donation of real property, which is the building at 115 West 1st Street. So it's a building that's wedged in between the Firehouse Inn and the current Mamaw's restaurant. It's been vacant for about 15 years or so. After the demise of the legal grounds facility and the council's installation of the new maintenance ordinance for downtown buildings. This has been one we've been working on for some time. It also was in a state of demolition by neglect, not as bad as some of our other buildings, but it left untouched. It would be something that we would have to deal with under that new code. And so in working with the property owner, they've decided to actually donate the building to the town. It was an heirs property. They were not from our community. They were absentee owners. They lived in another community. So it was kind of out of sight, out of mind. They offered to donate it to the town. The town's going to accept that donation, and they'll give us an opportunity to kind of get that building rehabbed and then put it back out on the market for it to be a vibrant part of downtown. So that was the first step of that last night. We had some budget moves that were in line with our fire station project. Nothing over budget there, just moving some money between project funds for our auditors. We updated the noise ordinance like we talked about before. There was a rezoning at 269 North Washington Street. So that's the two-story yellow house that's on the corner of 6th and North Washington. There was a request there from a company called A&T Ventures, which is Andrew Tinsdale and Amy Torvinen, and they are coming together. You may know those two names. Amy is a local CPA. Andrew is a local financial advisor. They are partnering up and bringing their businesses together under one roof to kind of give you a full gamut of financial services. And they needed a new home to do that. And so they sought a rezoning request on that home there at the corner of North Washington and 6th. They're going to preserve the home and restore the home, but it will transition from a residential use to an office use, and so that was what that rezoning was for. I had some discussion there with the neighbors, had some discussion with town council, but ultimately that rezoning passed, and they're going to be moving forward with that renovation project. So I think we've showed you pictures of what that will look like on here before, but excited for Amy and her business there, and definitely want to be aware and listen to the neighbors around them. And I know that Amy and Andrew want to be good neighbors as well to some of the concerns that the abutting neighbors and property owners had about the impact of that business.
We're all excited about that. So anybody that puts faith in our town and wants to enlarge or do whatever, we congratulate them, and we're excited about the future.
Magnolia, I know I'm still riding the high. I hope you are as well. But as you all have heard us say, housing is one of our number one issues here in Rutherford. We know we're in the midst of a housing crisis, and honestly, beyond the operation of the town and the health of our employees, and housing has been on the number one of my work for the last couple of years. It's been the main reason that Magnolia is here is the Housing and Redevelopment Commission. Last night we had Wednesday night, the town council approved 26 new housing units. That doesn't sound like a whole lot, but for our community, that's a big dent in our push towards 500. So 26 new housing units, 17 of those are at Cowan Lofts, which is an adaptive reuse construction project that is taking 2 old warehouses and turning them into 17 one-bedroom loft-style apartments on Cowan Street, which is right behind our public works facility on Cleghorn. So that development for those 17 units was approved. And then the RFP for the 5 lots that we've been working on in the Fairview community as a part of the removal of blight and restoring new homes there. On those 5 lots, they approved the sale of those out to 2 nonprofits and 1 for-profit for 9 new units. 5 of them will be owner occupied, so they'll be for sale under the affordable housing guidelines. And then 4 of those units will be rental units. So kind of a mix between all of those 26. So exciting things coming in the Fairview community and with our housing in downtown Rutherford.
And Doug, don't let me forget that I need to get a copy of all of that information to put in the redevelopment plan.
Absolutely. And then we had a discussion around some ARP funds. So back in July, if you're watching our town council meeting, you knew that we're still working on it. And I cannot believe the manufacturing delays that we're still fighting in this right now, but we are in the process of wrapping up some construction over at Crestview Park. We are still waiting on some additional swings for Crestview Park. I was talking with the supplier yesterday, and they're waiting on some bolts that hold the top bars together, and then one of the swings we're doing is a injection molded plastic. It's called a nest swing, and the swing itself is still on kind of back order. So we're still waiting on those, but the town council did approve some funding to repave all of the walking paths at Crestview Park, both on the top side by the playground area and the walking path loop, and on the bottom side near the ball fields. So all of that will be done. New striping coming in on the parking areas, and then also approve some funds for a surprise from our friends at Motorola about some radios that we thought were going to be good through 2025 that need an upgrade. And so that was kind of a surprise for us. And so council approved those for our first responders. Make sure that we continue to have those radios beyond the end of this calendar year. And that, folks, gets us from A to H in just a few minutes.
Well, Doug, I always want to say the council deals with a lot of things each and every month, but the housing area is one of the more exciting events we talk about because it brings more people into our community, but also provides housing for families that normally do not have it at all and may never have it. So we're excited about all those projects, and I congratulate council for moving us in that positive direction.
And I'm getting jazzed up because one of my favorite times of the year is here. And I know I've said pumpkin spice, but that's not what my favorite time of the year is about. we are getting ready next Thursday night. We are kicking off the 2023 Citizens Academy. So next Thursday is the first class of the Citizens Academy. We have 12 citizens that are going to be going through that this fall with us. It's a 7-week class where they go through all of our departments and have a wrap up in their graduation. And so it's an in-depth look at our operations. But the fun part about it is we learn as much from our citizens as they learn from us. It's a great time for us to innovate and respond to things that they see outside of our operations. And we find an opportunity to create new ambassadors for our community. So that will be starting off next Thursday. The class is full. So if you're excited about joining up, you missed the boat on that one, shoot me at Magnolia a message. We'll get you in on the 2024 class. But we've got 12 folks that are going to be starting next Thursday on the 2023 Citizens Academy.
I've already had the opportunity to speak a couple of the participants, and they're excited about joining. So I thank you, Doug, and everybody involved. That's a great program, and thank you for putting it on for our town.
I'm so excited that there are 12 people going through our Citizens Academy, because I think we didn't do one last year, but the one before that, there were maybe 4.
I think we started with 6, and then with just work and life, we had 2 dropped out. So yeah, we ended up graduating 4.
But 12, that's going to be I'm so excited for Citizens Academy this year.
That's our biggest class. And 12 is just really with capacity and trying to do some of the cool programs that we do. That's really all we can handle. I know that I've actually had to turn 2 people away already. I'd love to do more. I'd love to have the space to do more, but really with our space right now, 12 is about all we can do and give you and keep it at a high level, keep everything at a high level where everybody has a lot out of it. And so just with chairs and tables and seats and logistics, 12's the magic number, but I'm so excited about that. All right, Magnolia, from the sound studio, did we go through everything that we needed to go through this morning on Brewtiful Mornings?
I checked everything off my list.
Same here.
I'm checking twice.
As a wrap up, come check us out tonight at Fab. It's the kickoff of the social district. Everything else will be in the Rutherton Sun. Hopefully you found all the information that we gave you this morning enjoyable and kind of keeping you in the know. Before we wrap up here, I want to give a big thank you to Rutherford Regional Health System, Tori Shepard, and the entire team there that represented the grand reopening yesterday of Rutherford Primary Care out on Highway 108. When Dr. Ventura closed his office for retirement, that left a huge void in our community for primary care and general practitioner care. And I know it took some time, but everything takes a little bit of time to do it right. But the team at Rutherford Regional stepped up. That was a priority for us as a community to ensure that we have priority care for our citizens. And I want to thank the mayor, Councilmember Henry Giles, and myself. We had a lot of conversation with providers, with the hospital, to see how we could be a partner into ensuring we bring primary care back. The team at Rutherford Regional took that on as a charge and now has reopened that facility under their brand with some new doctors, new PAs, and are committed to primary care here in Rutherford. So they had their grand reopening yesterday at 5:00. And I just want to give them a big thank you. If you're looking for primary care, I know they're enrolling patients. Check them out as an option right here in Rutherford. And we're so excited to have that as a resource for our community.
It was a great afternoon, great attendance at the ribbon cutting. So my thanks to Rutherford Regional for being such a great partner in our community. They've been a part of this community 120 years plus. So we all have a lot of history to go together with.
All right, Magnolia, let's get out of here and get ready for tonight.
Just a reminder, stop by Town Hall, pick up one of your t-shirts so you can match Doug and the mayor at 5 tonight.
#selfie time.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Thank you.
Whenever lost, whenever down, you know what to do.